The junkyard, as you can see here. I'm gonna pull a couple parts from this MDX here. I need to get the radiator fan because the one in my vehicle is disabled. So I'm gonna be replacing that. First, to check whether the radiator fan is good, I did bring my test battery here. It's my drill battery connected to 2 leads. I'm gonna plug it into the radiator fan in this MDX and I'm gonna check whether it works. I am back at my MDX here and I've got just a little bit of a problem. I had to even take the battery out, but still, regardless, this radiator fan unit, it's really tough to fit into this spot because of this extra siding right here. The fix I'm going to be using is I'm going to cut out a little bit more of this unnecessary plastic siding, and once I do that, it should fit in. You can see I cut out that extra siding from here, and these nipples are supposed to go down into the radiator. If you can see, there's those holes. We want to try our best to fit those onto there. All right, so I was able to get the fan in after cutting out that bit right there. We're going to be securing our 10mm bolts to this part that holds it to the radiator fan. I'm sorry. So these 10mm bolts are going to be inserted into this grommet here that it's going to attach to the radiator and hold it to the radiator. All right, so now that this is nicely fastened in, we can go ahead and work on our wires. We're going to be connecting this to this. Make sure that you pull back the sleeve here. I'm going to be cutting off this connector, but I do want the wire colors to match. So black to black, blue to blue. All right, so hold up. I'm going to cut off this video right here for a quick second. What I just told you there, do not do that. I repeat, do not do that. So an aftermarket or, like a different model MDX is actually not going to use the black to black, blue to blue. It's going to be the opposite. I did that just now, but I'm going to change it later. So what happened was I originally did that schema and then it stopped working. Both of the fans didn't work at that point. So it blew the fuse, the 30 amp cooling fan fuse. It was blown. I had to go to AutoZone. I picked up another one, and then I checked with ChatGPT what I did wrong. So ChatGPT told me that the only issue that would have caused the fuse to blow is connecting that secondary fan incorrectly. So the polarity was changed. So it caused the fuse to blow. Now both the fans didn't work. You're going to need to put the black from the aftermarket to the blue on the car input, and then the blue from the car input to the black from the new fan. If you're doing it, you have to do it that way. You do have the battery put back together, and the most important parts you want to do is this radiator hose. You do got to put it back, and you're going to want to fill some coolant up. I do have coolant here. We're going to top off the little coolant that we lost when we opened up a radiator hose. All right, make sure you do clean this up. It's not a big deal. Coolant spilling is going to be there. It'll just leave a little bit of a mess, and it'll end up getting sticky. So I like to clean it up as best as possible. To be honest, there was quite a little bit that spilled, so we want to fill it up. And there you can see, both of them work.